And I remember during that time, very dark time, right? The physical pain was the easy part, actually. It was the mental component. It's you can't do what you normally could have done. I couldn't even get up and flick a light switch on, right? Because both legs were broken, right? I just, and now I had this whole new vision of even vantage point. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm looking at the world in a different level. And I was like, okay, well, this was humbling.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds. I'm excited to be here today. And y'all know I say that, and you know why, because I have someone here who, again, we get to look at things through their lens, through their perspective. We get a possibility of learning something new that we've never heard before, because each one of our journeys are different. And so I have an expert today that's an expert in him, expert at what he does. But not only that, like he's just a really good businessman. I mean, really good. He's helping people learn how to break barriers. I love how he talked about really not emotion, getting people to move from the emotion and really move just off of facts, off of data, being stern and still in your decision making. And so I'm so excited to introduce you all to Mr. Joe Torres. Mr. Joe, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, man. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Happy to have you here. And listen, Joe, man, I want to dive in. I would love for you to tell the people what your main focus is these days. You want to give us a little bit of an origin story of kind of how you got started. We love the hero's journey, so we love that. And then, man, tell them what part of the world you in, where you represent, and where your markets are, man. And so, Joe, you got the floor, man.
Very good. Yeah, I always, it's funny you said, what's my goal? My goal, people ask, I go, I want to do as little as possible, but I'm really terrible at it, right? I'm really, really bad at it. So it's all about fulfillment. But yeah, I represent right now the Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill market, or what we call the Triangle market in North Carolina. But I've actually been here about 19 years. Originally moved down from Brooklyn, New York, which can be sometimes polarizing because it's like, oh, all you Northerners came down here. But I promise I'm one of the good ones. I promise. And I'm trying to keep away the bad ones. So don't worry. I'm also blocking. I'm blocking and tackling.
We take eating over here. Yeah.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. But yeah, so I've been down here 19 years now. I absolutely love it.
Mm,
And what's funny is actually what brought me down here was in fact real estate. I acquired my first property at 21 up in New
mm,
York City from my parents because I didn't want to rent. I grew up renting in a really small apartment and sharing. I use the word sharing very loosely, a bedroom with my sister, which meant I had a pillow, right? That's basically it. So I was like, well, there's a better way to live because I see on TV, I started traveling for work a little bit. I saw different parts of the country and I realized, wow, this is not a normal kind of thing. This is very specific to where I am. There's got to be a better way. And then I got an opportunity to move to North Carolina, and I jumped on it. And
yeah.
so, yeah, and that's kind of what's spearheaded the opportunities to invest in real estate at an early age. So I was 21 buying my first one, and I was 23 when I bought my second one.
Mm,
And
mm,
then, and then kind of kept going from there. And once again, as I mentioned earlier, was bootstrapped. Everything I've done is my own money.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Uh, so all the risk, all the reward, they say.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. No, thank you, Joe, man. Thank you for taking us a little bit on the journey of how you got to where you are now. I know you and I, we talked. Hopefully, this is okay. I know you talked about how you got your MBA. You got licensed. You've been in North Carolina for 19 years. Like you have really navigated your way to success, right? And so I have a saying where I say destiny has no wasted moments, right, man? No matter what we go through in life, every stop along the journey, even in our childhood, bits of that journey makes us who we are now. And I loved how you talked about sharing a room with your sister, having a pillow. So destiny has taught you many moments. I would love to know what has destiny taught you about yourself. What has it revealed to you? Some people is like discipline. Some people is like self-awareness. So what has destiny revealed to you, Joe?
That I'm stubborn. Uh,
Ooh.
so part of my journey in life was a defining moment. I think we all have defining moments in our life, right? I've had maybe more than a couple of other people, and some have had more than me. But we all have our own journey, and not one is better than the other. And I like to state that because I'm not any better than anyone else, right? Maybe I'm a little bit more stubborn. Maybe I'm a little bit more arrogant in certain areas. I try not to be, but it is what it is, I guess. So you start with in 2001. I was there for 9/11. I saw the
Mm,
second plane hit firsthand. I was a freshman in college. I was right
mm,
downtown.
mm,
Found myself stuck in Manhattan at 18 years old, and now I'm having to walk back into Brooklyn. And numb, right? The world was numb.
mm,
But what I loved was how everybody came together. It was one of the most amazing things to witness. If
mm,
you have to scrape out the positive, that was a big positive.
mm,
So that kind of changed my trajectory. I actually changed schools. I was going to
mm,
school for something else, and I wound up changing majors and schools entirely because of that event.
mm,
Then there was another event in 2003, for those that may remember and were in the region. We had a huge blackout. It went from Canada all the way to the Northeast. And now
mm,
I found myself, it was August of 2003. I remember because it was really warm. I found myself walking over the bridge again into Brooklyn. And I'm like, okay,
mm.
okay, there's got to be a better way. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
And then the opportunity to move to North Carolina happened. Um, then we all know what happened in 2008. Right.
yeah.
June of 2008, I left one company, the one that moved me to North Carolina, and then
Mm,
I moved to a bank. In June of 2008, I went to work for a bank.
yeah, yeah.
2 months later, the financial, industry went to ground level,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, and then in 2012, I was in a head-on collision on a motorcycle where I was hit, and I had 22 bones broken from head to toe. I was in the hospital for over a month. I was in a wheelchair for about 4 months, and had about 6 plus months of, rehabilitation. And I remember during that time, very dark time, right? The physical pain was the easy part, actually. It was the mental component. It's you can't do what you normally could have done. I couldn't even get up and flick a light switch on, right?
Mm,
Because both legs were broken, right? I just, and now I had this whole new vision of even vantage point. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm looking at the world in a different level. And I was like, okay, well, this was humbling.
mm,
So, and that's where the stubborn part comes in, right? I
yeah.
say that because no doctor, every doctor said, it's like, we don't know how you're here. And so I looked at that and I was like, okay, well, here's our second act. Here's the
Mm,
second act, right? Let's rock and roll. Let's make the best of this. So, and that's what I started to do. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to sit and play a victim. We have to really figure out.
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Our own journey. No one is going to push us as hard as we will push ourselves, right? No one cares about us more than we care about ourselves.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, what's the way to, how do I do this? If I want the things that I'm seeing other people get, what do I got to do? So I decided to go back to school and got another undergrad,
Mm.
finished that undergrad. And then that's also when I got my real estate license.
Yeah.
A couple of years before that, though, in 2017, actually, I bought my first multifamily property, and I realized
Mm.
that real estate is a way to grow wealth,
Yeah.
and but real wealth, right? Not little bits here and there, like real wealth. And I recognized that multifamilies were the way to go, but residential multifamilies. I want to make that pretty clear. 2 to 4 units is a residential multifamily property, right?
Mm. Mm.
And with that, you actually can get a normalized, somewhat loan, and, it's not gonna be a balloon payment like you would on a commercial property, which is 5 units or more, right? So I was like, "Let me stay in the area," because once again, bootstrapped all my own money. I wanted to be able to actually afford this. You have to put X amount down, all these things. And I wanted multifamily because I wanted to be able to spread the love, right? If I have a vacancy, I still wanna be able to cover as much, if not all of my expenses. So I wanted at least 2 units. So that's what I did. So I bought my first multifamily. Then I bought a small building in another area. Then I bought another property at the coast for short-term rental. That all happened in a roughly 18 to 20-month span. Um,
Yeah.
and that's when I also got my license, because the agent that I was working with, she was like, "Quit the crap, go get your license. Come on this side. You clearly know how to do this, and you can really help people understand how real estate can boost them up." And
Mm.
so that's kind of the thing. That's kind of where it all, if you will, the defining moments kind of dictate our path a little bit.
Yeah. Man, you are the personification of destiny has no wasted moments, right? Like normally I would ask people about their adversities, but man, you were so blessed us with the gift of your transparency, man, that you already talked about the adversity that you've been through. Head on, accident, seeing the world from a different vantage point. I mean, all these things that you have overcame, like you said, has taught you that I'm a stubborn SOB. I ain't going nowhere. Like, like,
That's
like,
right. That's right.
and,
Yeah.
and I absolutely love it, man. And I thank you, man. I thank you for sharing. I thank you for showing us some of the journey because there are different people at different parts of their journey,
Yeah.
and they need to know that sometimes things are smooth. It may be smooth now, may not be smooth always. But either if it's rough right now, it's not going to be rough always. And so, again, man, I appreciate you for your transparency.
No, man, I
Let
appreciate
me
that.
yeah.
I always say this: this too shall pass. This too shall pass. Right. So that is. I just wanted to add that piece. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Love that. This too shall pass. I say that quite frequently myself, and so great quote. Yeah, man. So let me ask you, what are some of your next real estate goals? Like, what are you looking to solve or scale next?
So I think as an agent, right? I work for a smaller firm now, and I really like it.
Gotcha.
But the smaller firm means what? That means that you can't hide, right?
Mm. Mhm.
So, and I mentioned before, I also have a couple of other companies. I have a healthcare service and a healthcare SaaS company.
Yeah.
And those have also been in similar, seasons of up and down, right? Where we're dealing with some big, large macro components that those are rough right now too. And I have employees with that, which adds another level and layer of complexity and, dare I say, fun. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I love it, and I'm constantly having to negotiate. So it's interesting. I take all the negotiations across, all the different places that I operate in. and I use the strengths from each of those and bring those into those different areas. But from a real estate specific standpoint, I really enjoy working with buyers.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Mm,
Enjoy working with buyers, and I think that that's from what I know, which is anecdotal. I'll take that. That's not the norm. A lot of people really like working with the listings because that's it's. I don't want to use the word easy because I think people from afar think that this is a fairly easy thing to do. Real estate's hard. It's hard.
mhm.
Okay, it is. We are our own CEO of our own corporation, essentially, right? And no one's knocking down our door to be like, "Hey, help me sell or help me buy." You know what I mean? We have to go, we have to hunt, we have to kill and, and stuff like that. So, what I'm noticing now, there's a tremendous shift in the market, and the Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill market has kind of been a really strong market even in downturns. But even here now, we're facing a shift from a seller's to
Yeah,
a buyer's market, and so I think I want to leverage and lean into that more. So I just started a campaign last week with this marketing company that I work with to kind of get out there and let's tackle some buyer leads.
yeah,
So that's kind of the focus. And then I have a listing that I want to sell. So,
yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah,
but yeah, I think just working more with more buyers over the next 6 months or so, I think is really what I would like to do and educate. I love the educational component. Love it.
yeah, yeah. I love it, man. So, I mean, you really kind of walked me up to my next question because you like working with buyers, right? You like educating. So this means human interaction. This means building relationships. So I want to get your perspective on building relationships within business, within real estate. What's your perspective? Like, how do you go about it? Has it helped you? Has it served you? Like, what's your perspective on relationship building within business and real estate?
So it's everything. Relationships are everything everywhere, right?
Yeah.
We as a human species, in my opinion, we're communal in nature, right? So you have some people like, oh, I don't care. And it's like, at the end of the day, we all do. Like we all want to do. It's the Pareto's law, right? 80/20.
Yeah.
80% or more of people are really good people,
Mhm.
right? Now, don't get me wrong, every garden has a weed, okay? We
Yeah.
got people that are not really great people that are out there to really do harm, okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna do everything we can protect, but most people are really good people, and they really want to help, and they wanna do right by people. I'll go back to my 9/11 story. Man, we were all strangers that day, and everybody helped one another immediately, right? So
Yeah.
that's who we are in our core. So relationships are really huge, and staying true to your word. If you're going to say something, that you're going to do something, do it, right? Follow through. My strong suit, um, and my wife would probably argue is my weakness, is the fact that I work always because I love it,
Mhm.
and I think a differentiating factor for me over some others, not all, but some others, is my response rate. Is
Mm.
I respond immediately regardless of time,
Yeah.
right? If you send me something at 10 PM, guess what? I'm gonna send you something at 10:01 PM because
Yeah.
you deserve that, okay? So I think it's all about respect is the biggest thing from a relationship standpoint. So that is the big thing. It's I'm gonna give you me, 100% of me you're gonna get. I'm gonna give you every bit of knowledge that I've learned, all the bumps in the road that I've had to, cruise over and deal with that's kinda what you get. So, it's just being open and honest because, the truth, it's just easy, right?
Mm.
I have a couple of sayings that I live by, and one of them is transparency builds trust.
Yo, you my type of guy. I'm writing that down. Go ahead, please continue and writing that down. That's so
So,
cool,
yeah,
man.
Another
Yeah.
one of my sayings that I truly live by is hard work is easy. It's finding the right opportunity that's difficult.
Mm,
And here's my analogy to paint a visual to it.
mhm,
This comes from my accident, by the way.
mm.
You know what the hardest part of the gym is? Showing up. Once you're at the gym, you're there, work out, do the work, right? So that's why I say hard work is easy,
Yeah.
right? So it's just so that's kind of what I live by. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
Yeah.
people are going to find out you're only as good as your word, and that's why I also serve on a couple of nonprofits. In fact, we had a board meeting just yesterday where we just had an event where last year we raised over $500,000 for our nonprofit,
Mm.
and now we can go and rock and roll and do a lot of good. And I'm not sitting here on forever money.
Yeah.
I love giving back, right?
Yeah.
And so if I can, I will. There's moments that I'm going to need it too. You know what I mean? And I have some. If I'm long-winded here, I apologize, but I have a couple of people that I'm working with, even for one of my other companies, where it's like, look, we're getting impacted by insurance reimbursements right now, and so we're a little short. Can you just work with me? I promise I'm going to make it right. And they're helping me out. There's a couple of bobs and weaves that I got to have. And I get it. They're upset. They should be, but I promise you, I'm going to make it right because that's who I am. Right. So that's what you get.
Yeah.
Me 100%, and that's how I think you need to show up
Yeah.
always.
Man, I love your perspective, man. I want to double down on when you were talking about hard work is easy, right? Because I think that flew over some people's head, right? I'm gonna say exactly what you said, and I'm gonna say it a different way. We choose hard every single day. So listen, it's gonna be hard to not go to the gym.
Mhm.
It's gonna be hard to go to the gym. It's gonna be hard to not, to not be focused. It's gonna be hard to be focused. You choose a hard every day. So you're working a hard every single day. Like you said, it's the opportunity. You gotta see the opportunity that's in front of you and work hard towards the opportunity that can possibly change your life, that can possibly give you peace, that can possibly give you eternal rest. And so, man, I hear you, man. I love your story. Man, transparency builds trust. Like, man, you dropped so many good nuggets, man. I really appreciate you, man. I really do, man. So let's do this. If someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, collaborate with you, learn more about what you're doing, how can they get in contact with you, sir?
So a couple of ways. I have my Instagram is Joe Torres _real estate. And I'm trying to be as active as I can on that. My other is my website for my real estate specific, which is welcomehomewithjoe.com.
Ooh, I love that. I
And
love
one of the things that I have on there that I think is somewhat unique, right? We all want to have a little differentiating factor here. You know what I mean? Once again, I'm not
that.
creating gravity here. I'm not splitting atoms. I'm aware of
Mhm.
that, right? But but one of the things that I have on my website that I think is very beneficial to people is my calculators.
Mm,
So on my website, I have calculators that people can look at if they're selling a home, buying a home, or looking to buy an investment property. They can actually put all the numbers in the different calculators. They can put all the numbers in. They can actually get real directional numbers on, okay, if I have this much of my balance on my loan and I have this much of commission that I'm going to provide to the agent that's going to help me sell, what am I going to net in my pocket, right?
mm,
And then we put all the numbers together and it gives a breakdown. And then the same thing on the investment side. If this is how many doors, what's the, vacancy, what's the loan, what's the insurance tax, what am I actually going to cash on cash return per month, right? So it provides that directional information because we go back facts over feelings, right? I say facts over feelings, data driven decisions,
mhm.
and it provides you that. And one of the things though, and I just did this with with one of my clients actually. Um, she was like, "Hey, do we have to lower the price?" Right? Because once again, we're in a more buyer's market than a seller market. I was like, "Look, this is what I'm thinking. Okay, go home and answer my question. Don't answer it right now. This is the number I'm thinking, but I want you to go home, go to my website, welcomehomewithjoe.com, right? Go to the calculator, put in the numbers, and come back to me on what you know is realistic for you." And so she did that, and boom, and now we just adjusted the price just yesterday because of that. So I just wanted to put that out there because it's
Yeah.
more of a tool than just a static page of information. I
Mm.
wanted it to be actually something that you can utilize, and that's nationwide. It doesn't matter, right? I mean, it's whatever. So yeah, Joe Torres underscore real estate is the IG, the gram, if you will.
Yeah.
And then welcomehomewithjoe.com is my website.
Oh, man. So, Joe, listen, let me say three things to you, man. So, first, thank you for your time, right? Because time is our most precious commodity. We do things to get our time back, right? When we got our time, we in control. So, thank you for your time, man. Secondly, thank you for your story. Thank you for the gift of your transparency, the gift of your vulnerability. You told us things today that you did not have to tell us. And for me, that's a gift. So, thank you for giving us the gift of your story. Lastly, man, thank you for your perspective. Thank you for your mindset and bringing that mindset to this platform. I greatly appreciate you, sir.
Oh man, I appreciate that as well. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. So listen, y'all can't tell me y'all didn't get the value out of this conversation. I told Joe this is gonna be this incredible podcast episode. I think we landed there, right? And so check the show notes, get in contact with Joe. Let me listen. I love the website, so I'm gonna scream it out one more time. Welcomehomewithjoe.com. You gotta go check it out. Welcome home. We want to welcome you. So I listen, and I love Joe. We had a great conversation. Check him out, but definitely make sure you're subscribed here because I promise you, we're going to continue to bring up amazing people just like Joe. So, sir, thank you again. And to everyone else, y'all have a fantastic day.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.